What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I got a question for y'all. Do you have that one person in your life that you can talk to about anything? When you're going through the worst of the worst, when you're going through the deepest, I almost said darkest. Yeah, but I almost said darkest and I stopped. But yeah, deepest, darkest situations. Do you have somebody that you can talk to and that can bring you up from the valley back up to the mountain. And the reason why I ask this is because a lot of times, man, we try to tackle this stuff by ourselves, and sometimes we actually can get it done. We can do that, but we would be surprised how an individual can provide one word, one statement, one boost of motivation and encouragement that could help you through a situation, or that could just make you see it in a different light. Now, the one thing I got to put on top of that is to make us understand that that role in your life is a very, very special role. It ain't for everybody. So that don't mean you should go around just talking to anybody who would listen. And I've known people like that who just would talk to anybody about their business. They would tell anybody everything. And then you upset when you hear it again, when it comes back to you. You can't do that. You're very lucky to have, you know, one person that you can confide in that's going to, number one, um, be willing to listen. Number two, care about you enough to lock in and listen. Number three, not gonna judge you in whatever you might be going through, right or wrong. They're not gonna judge you. Number four, they're not gonna go back and tell everybody what you're going through. They're gonna keep that secret, and then they'll take that secret to the grave with them. They'll take your information to the grave with them because they understand the value that you place on them by selecting them to be somebody that they looked at as being trustworthy enough to tell what's going on. Some people are like just it's like passing sandbags in a storm. It's like soon as you give it to them, they pass it right on to somebody else. They can't wait to call somebody and tell them what it is that you just told them and what you're going through because secretly there are people in your own circle who kind of they secretly celebrate when you're going through some things, especially if you have always been that person who always seems like they kind of got it together. Like you don't really have or show um, any cracks in your armor, and when you finally hit a bump, it's like they kind of get happy behind it. About time something bad happened to her. Seems like she always on top at time. Like so you got to really be careful with who you um, pass that information on to, because somebody might be secretly celebrating your downfall, and you don't wanna you don't wanna give them that opportunity to do that. Now, on the flip side, if you are a person who's been entrusted by somebody to be that person that they talk to, then you got to have them same principles, man. Don't be going out telling people business and stuff like that, man. And the last thing to never do, never, ever, ever turn on somebody or get mad and start telling all their business because y'all got into it, because y'all fell out. You see that so much, man, especially among friends. Y'all were just tight as could be and had a falling out, and next thing you know, that person is just blasting everything that you ever told them. You got to stay on code even if you don't deal with that person no more like that. That's called integrity, man. That's just a level of respect that should never be violated. Don't matter what it is we had a problem with. You keep that where it was. Because if it was good then, it should be good after the fact, and you just leave that alone and you move forward. But if you don't have anybody that you can talk to, or if there's just somebody, you just one of them type of people that don't trust nobody, like, man, yeah, I probably could talk to this cat, but I don't trust him like that. Then you have to talk to God. You got to give it to God and talk to yourself. I joke all the time about um, talking to myself and people that talk to themselves, and it ain't just so-called crazy people who do it and or should do it. I mean, the thing is, man, look, you have to get it out in some form of fashion, and that's really what it boils down to. It's like it's about getting it out. We all know what bottled up situations can do and can lead to. And just the pressure of it. You shaking up that Coke bottle, you shaking up that Sprite bottle, and that fizz is just built up, and you can see the pressure, and if I turn this cap, you know what's gonna happen. So people are like that in a lot of ways. If we don't get that out before the pressure builds up, then we possibly reach a situation where when it does pop, it's gonna pop in a way that's gonna be uncontrollable. And it doesn't matter if you're the most mild mannered person in the world, and the buildup is real. The buildup is real, and everybody has a line and a threshold that they can that it can only go so far. So be sure that you get it out. It's a therapeutic method. Like I say, even if you're just talking to yourself, that's what you want to do. But just to go to the original point, you know, um, family, friends, it's good that you have that one person who you can lean on if you have that, that can offer you solutions, that can make you see things from a different angle and approach it a different way, and also just to what we call vent. That's what I was talking about with the pressure. You gotta be able to vent sometimes, man, and just to get that out and have an outlet as well. Have a physical outlet as well. I mean, there are certain people who work out. They exercise, play ball, they do other activities, whatever it is. You got to have some kind of outlet to, to let that go, to let that river flow out into the ocean and do it like that. So keep that in mind as you move forward. Who is your person that you can talk to? And like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I will catch y'all when I catch y'all, man. And I always been saying I'm gonna hit y'all with another one before the day. I'm really gonna do it. I'll hit y'all with another one before the night is over with, man. All right, it's your big brother K-Rino. K-Rino. Peace.